What is the marketing analysis now? Cigarettes have become cool again for Gen Z. Is it because of the movies and the rock music? I don't think cigarettes are cool again for Gen Z. At least I don't think Gen Z is using cigarettes at a higher rate than previous generations. They're doing other things. Yeah, they're doing zyns and they vaped extensively. I think vaping may have a bit of fall off, but cigarette sales are not up with Gen Z. They got, what are the elf bars? They got all that shit, but they're not fucking buying a pack of Marlboro Lights, dude. I am Gen Z, they are coming back. All right, well, let's not use anecdotal evidence. Let's just check. Are cigarette sales up with Gen Z? I mean, it looks like Gen Z is the lowest smoking generation. Millennials, 44%, Gen Z, 29. I mean, let's see. Maybe it's coming back. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Here's a News Talk article. I don't know about News Talk. Vapes aren't as cool. Are Gen Z bringing back cigarettes? Okay, wait. I don't know about News Talk, but this is July 23. Celebrity influence and a nihilistic outlook on life. Increasing number of young celebrities photograph smoking. Anya Taylor-Joy is getting you to smoke again? This is it? This is the reason? Gen Z sees this and thinks, yes, hell yes. Again, maybe this is more of a TikTok trend than in the numbers. But I'm open to the idea that celebrities start smoking and then it hits TikTok and then later on we have a smoking problem with Gen Z. That makes sense. That tracks. That could happen. Tobacco industry has never been killed. Every time you think they're knocked out, they come back with something else. So it's like, if this is what it takes, even this article says, I don't think Gen Z is doomed to be the generation that totally brings back smoking. Dublin teenagers are rolling their own cigarettes rather than buying a pack. A vape doesn't have the cool factor that a cigarette does. Seeing someone hit a vape is never gonna be the same as seeing someone take a long drag on the cigarette. So fucking true, dude. You got that hand-rolled cig, just staring off in the distance, never owning a house. Damn, Gen Z's got it made, dude. That's actually so sick, you guys. Personally, I'm jealous. Just no house, half your money on credit card, other half on Afterpay. Just fucking distant look in your eyes at age fucking 23. Big fucking drag. Super anecdotal, but a lot of people around me have started doing it once in a blue moon, but not necessarily chain smoking. All right, listen, I'm open to new data, bro. All my data about cigarette sales being down is again from like early to mid 23. So if you're telling me in the last 6-8 months, cigarettes have become more and more popular, it's trending upwards, I will 100% believe you. But I would love to see, you know, a little bit more than what I've seen. Let me look at it a little bit, because this is interesting. I'm interested in this. Oh, here's an interesting one from The Independent. This is December 23. Why smoking is back in fashion for Gen Z. Okay. Surely all the cool kids will never take up smoking now that there are flavored vapes. Well, that's what the science said, but a new generation has decided otherwise, says Rachel Richardson. After surviving 23 days deprived of food, hot showers, and a flushable toilet, Sam Thompson emerged from the I'm a Celebrity jungle, desperate for one thing: a drag on a cigarette. The 31-year-old made in Chelsea's 31 years old. This guy's not Gen Z. Puffed away at the show's rap, but I guess he's cool, right? He's cool. He's on TikTok. I see. Okay. The Bear star, Jeremy Allen White. Again, not Gen Z. Pop star Rosalia, maybe Gen Z. Actor Paul Mescal, not Gen Z. TikToker Victoria Paris, maybe. And while they have to huddle outside and enjoy a ciggy, they're on the inside track of a trend where smoking's making a comeback. A new study has revealed that more young people in England took up smoking during the pandemic, stagnating the years-long decline among 18 to 24-year-olds. Before COVID, the number of people smoking overall was falling 5.2% a year. But since 2020, the rate of decrease has slowed to just, okay, so it's basically flatlined. At my retail job, smokers get a 5-minute smoke break every hour, whereas non-smokers don't get anything. So that's what got me started. That is so funny to start smoking for the breaks. I guess I get it in a way. Yeah, couldn't you just lie? I guess there is something social about it, right? I do think there's something social about going out with somebody, having a smoke break, you talk, you commiserate, the boss sucks. That's kind of cool. I get that. Yeah, I wish it wasn't unhealthy, but I'll happily take lung cancer for a 5-minute break each hour. Amen. There's that trademark Gen Z nihilism. I tried a single cigarette as a joke one day, and I've been smoking for 3 years now. As a joke? Who laughed? That's how it goes. I guess that's how it goes. That's our brains, dude. Human brains suck. Human brains are just fucking weak as shit, bro. I want to get more into the rationale here. After experimenting with vaping, he moved on to Sovereign cigarettes. I would vape too much as I could just keep going and going with it. In the end, I switched to cigarettes because I liked that there was an end point. What a full circle twist that we have gone from using vaping to quit smoking to using smoking to quit vaping. That's hilarious. Think about how cosmically crazy that is. There was like years of ads about how great vaping is for getting off of smoking. And now we have Gen Z being like, yeah, bro, vaping's so bad for me. I need to smoke because it's got an endpoint. That's wild. There's a layer of mindfulness to smoking. It's a meditative act and ritualistic. It's also interesting that smoking is rising amongst Gen Z as they are turning away from alcohol, which actually increases anxiety. Are we therapy talking smoking now? Dude, we're pretty well established. We figured out smoking was bad for you so long ago. It's been like grinding it down for 70 years. Nostalgia for 90s culture, I get that. Gen Z making up for lost time and lockdown are playing a part. I do agree there's been a bit of a hedonist wave post-pandemic. You can see it with revenge spending on travel and debt-fueled purchases, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That definitely tracks. And I think it could also track into smoking. That makes sense. For Mace, though, the biggest plus is that smoking helps him meet people. I'm sorry, this stream is turning into an ad for smoking. Fucking consumers in my chat are like, wait, what? I can meet people? It's therapeutic? Stops my anxiety? Everybody packs, dude. Mace doesn't buy that smoking is cool, but he does think that some of his fellow smokers may think it's taboo. It's proven that smoking is deadly, he says. I know smoking will kill me, but I could also die completely unrelated to smoking tomorrow. But that logic could justify literally any stupid action ever. You know what I'm saying? That literally would justify anything. It's driving without a seatbelt. That's fucking driving with a blindfold on. They have inherited an absolute dumpster fire. They might not be able to ever buy a house and the planet is burning, so a lot of them think, why not? You do hear this refrain a lot. Any article about Gen Z is like the big two. It's like leggy hurdy for house. Your leggy hurdy is I can't buy a house. There's also millennials too, same thing. Just wait until Gen Alpha gets on their fentanyl grind set. Bro, Gen Alpha's I don't know what they're gonna do. I feel like Gen Alpha, not that they're planning this, but is basically banking on the world becoming the world from WALL-E. If we get to WALL-E world by the time Gen Alpha turns 30, they're great. They're set. They're actually fucking perfectly aligned. And if we don't, then I think they're in a rougher spot. Millennials are just lazy. Gen Z have it hard for real. I like flipping the order on calling them lazy. Yeah, no, you guys are probably right. You guys are all about the grind set, huh? My Indian coworker visited the US office and nobody smoked except for another guy on H-1B. Yeah, I think smoking is more common outside of the US, for sure. I mean, generally we've ground it down. Smoking has been ground down over the years in the United States, but it is popping back up, apparently. I wanted to read a little bit more about that. Definitely seems like the UK is a place where it's really rising. Interesting that it's kind of proven that vaping literally is less risky and less lethal than smoking. According to this article, the risks of vaping are substantially lower than the risks of smoking. I'll be honest, I wasn't fully aware of that, but not cool though. They need to make a vape that looks like a cig. First of all, they have e-cigs. And secondly, we're fucking mix and matching cigs and vapes and cigs and vapes and vapes into cigs and quitting cigs with vapes and vapes with cigs. If you want to smoke, smoke, but you don't need fucking 400 things around it. Oh wait, it talks about snus. Oral nicotine pouches known as snus have seen a massive spike in popularity. These pouches, which are placed under the top lip between 5 and 10 minutes, do not contain tobacco, but are packed with nicotine. They originated from Sweden and go by brand names including Nordic Spirit, Velo, and Zyn. Zinners, rise up, baby! Have come under scrutiny after a number of Premier League footballers were seen using them. Up to 40% of players are using it. Sheesh. Smoking is the primary cause of preventable illness and premature death in England, accounting for approximately 74,600 deaths a year. Interesting. Mom of two, Jane Edwards, shares a concern after watching her teenage son make the leap from vaping to cigarette smoking. My eldest is 19. He would chain vape all the time. Chain vape to me sounds like a spell in Dark Souls. I feel like if someone is chain vaping, I see like blue light and they're like killing 4 enemies at once. I mean, whatever, bro. You know, if you're British, how do you put up with that every day without fucking taking the edge off? My brother started using Zyn to trick himself into being addicted so he could study for medical school. First of all, not tricking yourself, you're just getting addicted. Secondly, He's studying for medical school, which would be the worst school of all time to be zynned to trick yourself into studying. It's a crazy gambit. Are you saying he's doing a thing where every time he sits down to study, he's doing a zyn so that his mind thinks studying is dope? The problem is, you know how human brains work, dude. He's just gonna stop studying. He's just gonna start doing zyns outside of it. You know what I'm saying? Very soon he's gonna sit down and then close the book. Your fucking brilliant tactic has just got you hooked on fucking tobacco or nicotine for 20 years. Anyway, I guess we closed out this thought, but I do think that you guys were right on some level. There is a resurgence in smoking among Gen Z. I don't know what the actual stats are, but very clearly you're not the only ones to notice this trend. Gen Z thinks smoking cigarettes is cooler than they used to 6 months ago, and it's rising, which is interesting. I don't know if you guys know this. Smoking is really good for you. It's like fucking crazy good for you. So, like, if you are thinking about it from this, like if anything I said today makes you want to do it, get into it as much as you can. How many subs to smoke a cig on stream? I don't have a cigarette near me. And also, it wouldn't even be about the subs or the health problems of cigarettes. It would be that if I smoked a cigarette on stream, you guys would call me fucking cigarette Charlie or something for fucking 400 years. It's just not, it wouldn't be worth it. Siggy Sam or something. Yeah, I was just like, God, so annoying. Tobacco Terry, you guys get it. And it would be worse than the cigarettes. I would fucking have to smoke more to speed up my death.